Okay, y'all. I think I get it. I think I 100% get it. They want to dispose of the seer. So, Spirit wanted me to break something down to you. Okay? When you see shit, you can't unsee it. When you can imagine it, that shit can come real. Now, it's been since the pandemic, right? Since I worked for this company. I'm back, and they're doing it again. Let me explain something to you. They're not going to run the same psyops on everybody. Some of this psyops is supernatural. Let me explain. So these trailers used to have, honk your horn, I'll pull over. The most dangerous shit in the world. So I'm at the Love's truck stop on I-95. And it was a bunch of immigrants in the store. They was casually around chatting, talking, but it doesn't feel like they were there to mind their fucking business. They literally scoping shit out. So I get on the road. I'm trying to get home. And a Mexican girl, a Blanco Mexican girl, pull beside me, slows down. The first thing I do is look at the chairs, the seats. Look at the seat. Is the seat up? You look at all the seats. Are the seats up? She flashing her lights. She honking her horn. The back of the trailer, I didn't know what was going on. I explained. Then she slowed down and her partner caught up, speeded up, flashing her lights, honking her horn. See, they forgot that it was a window. I was in a day cab. So, I flipped the light on. We got a utility light that lets you see. They was telling me, pull over, something's on the back of your trailer, your truck. Not the trailer, the truck. So I flipped the light on and they're like, oh shit. She could literally see the catwalk. So one darted off, went out into the sunset somewhere. It's dark outside, but I'm just saying, she's gone. Then this one tried again. Now remember, I'm looking at the seats. You have to look at their seats. The passenger seat was linked back on both cars. So, I need to get out of their midst, okay? So I pull up to a safe location, get out, do a walk around. I look at the back of the trailer. The back of the trailer says, honk your horn and I'll pull over. Do you hear me? It could be broad daylight. 3 people go by me and say, something wrong, something wrong. I just give them a thumbs up and let them go on about their business and scope out my surroundings in broad daylight. So imagine what I'll do at night. So I'm in this place. I checked, the trailer was empty. I opened the trailer doors wide open so the camera and everybody could see. Walked around, looked at everything. And I'm looking at the back of this trailer say, honk your horn and I'll pull over. Like, how stupid could they be? Right? So here it again, the madness has showed up again. Remember I say they don't need your cell phone number. Your being is shining so bright, you can't hide. You're not the average Joe. So let me explain what happened. I'm looking at this drone. Now, you got the lightning in the sky. Boom, boom, boom. Spotted rain. But you got this drone or helicopter just flying around. Not your typical drone movement. So it could have been a helicopter. Cars going by. The main one I paid attention to was a black car with rims on it, but little bitty rims. So you know it's a foreigner driving the car. Either Asian, Mexican, or a white person. But by it being all black, it's pretty much a Mexican or Asian. Okay? This is not racial slur. This is real profiling. This is a real deal shit. You could look at a car and say, yeah, I can pretty much tell who drives. Every now and then you be shocked and it's a different race. Because they like that style. But this is typical. So the cars fly past me. And I said, this the second time a white car jumped in the center lane. Like they was about to run into me. Like they couldn't go down the road, clear a path, and then get over. No. They came all the way across all lanes and stopped right beside me. Now, I don't have no money, nothing. So what is it possibly that these people want? You a seer. You see. You predict. You prophesize. I have nothing tangible in the material realm other than my identity. And why would you want this identity? How would that benefit you? So, one car did one move. I'm rolling about 30 miles. Another white car fly down the left lane. Another white car jumps in the center lane like they about to run into me. I'm all the way in the right lane. Same MO, same energy. Black car come by with rims on, like a little bitty Altima or something. But it had like the fat tire with some nice little rims. I see it's a female in the car with tinted windows. She gone about her business. The helicopter or drone, whatever, showed up about 25 miles down the road. This bitch completely slows down in the center lane. Once I passed her, she starts flipping on her high beams and low beams. Back to back to back to back to back. This helicopter, or whatever this couldn't have been a drone. This had to be a helicopter. They paused from what they were doing, and then they turned around and went out there to the Atlantic Ocean. This girl had at least, it's 70 miles per hour on I-95. She had at least slow down to 40 miles per hour. And she would not stop flashing her high beams, low beams, high beams, low beams. She picked a fine time to motherfucking do it. Let me tell you something. Spirit said warlock. We're not dealing with your typical group of people. I warned y'all before when I was up there in Pennsylvania. Everybody got a trick to find the car in the deck when you pick a car and you stick it back in there. We got a deck from the bar. These Middle Easterns was in there. And I had the cards. And he said, pick a card. He shuffled them, spread them out. Because I got the card from the deck. I picked the card I want. I put it back in the deck. And I said, let me shuffle it up. That man did not flip each card. He didn't have no fingernails stuck. He kept his hands flat. That man opened that deck up and said, pick this card. And it was the card. We're dealing with listen, I can't tell melanated people enough. I mean, my tribe, my energy. Listen, do not neglect your powers. Do not neglect your parasite within you. Do not neglect it. These people are monitoring spirits, and it's so bad. They're so wired that the entity can jump from person to person. So you think you talking to a female or a man, that same entity just jumped in there. These are not your average people. We're in a phase where it might be too late. We might be compromised. See, they don't run it like, oh, I'm a power horse. No. They decided to be the new niggas. Okay? Then you got the new niggas for the White House. Then you got the new niggas for this infantry. You got the new niggas for that. Different people. They all ganged up. The goal is to keep your third eye, your conscious, your supernatural powers, to keep your monitoring spirits at bay while they do all the monitoring. And anybody that can see or shine, they want to intimidate them on a whole nother level. Imagine that. A person done passed me, done went down the road, I ain't seen them no more, and all of a sudden, they slow down, press on brakes, and let me pass them and start hitting their high beams. Back to back to back to back to back. What was the purpose? What type of fear are you supposed to be conjuring up? Think about it. It doesn't make sense. It's not adding up because it's not supposed to add up. It's to keep you discombobulated psychologically. I'm not playing with you. They got the camera right here. You don't think that camera could pick up what's going on around me? They got the cameras on the side of the truck. You don't think the cameras could pick up what's going on around me? I ain't got to pick up my phone and video shit. Listen. You got to understand these entities can move within vessels. You got to understand it. And look, I'm not even worried about nobody hearing me or understanding me. Because the people that's watching me ain't my folks. Ain't my bloodline. Nothing. Ain't my source energy and nothing. The motherfuckers they got watching me are analysts. Yeah, analysts. Doctors, lawyers, judges, wizards and warlocks. They got y'all so busy, y'all don't even know I exist. And if you know I exist, you just think, oh, she just entertainment, or she just this. She not doing nothing right. This too good to be true. Or they try to get close enough to me to dog me out. And then that nice, sweet person just had to turn into a werewolf. A fucking motherfucking what's the name of that gorilla in the woods? Bigfoot, motherfucker. These entities can jump from body to body. And it's like a circus act. It's like theatrics. Theatrics on a whole nother level. And I said, now damn. They just did this in 2020. What would possess this person to slow down in the middle of the road until I pass them and start hitting their high and low beams? Back to back to back to back. I just ignored it. Long as the motherfucker not riding beside my window, I will not engage. I won't pull up, I won't do nothing. Motherfucker, you gonna either stay behind me or in front of me. You choose. You're not gonna ride beside me. We not gonna do it. And I was watching this one lady who who showed how she had to drive at night. She ain't in no truck. She handling business. And how she got her shit. Man, I'm not playing with these folks. And it ain't even that. It ain't even that. Nigga, we gonna have y'all ever seen a shooting star come down to the ground? Listen, I already said this years ago. We're connected to devices in the sky. I ain't talking about that man-made shit. I ain't talking about them aliens trying to stalk you. I'm talking about we connected to some divinity shit that's in stealth mode. And you got to be able to call it when you need it. Okay, spirit. Protection. Ooh, look how they all fell. I hope that's all of them. A lot of them fell. You are being protected from deceit and from situations that no longer serve you. Lie low for a while and you will be shown the truth. Man, let me tell you something. I don't know what's going on in y'all life, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. I'll give you another example. I've been seeing this for about 10 years. And it ain't none of my business. Because you would think like, well, maybe one day I need to utilize this skill. So I'm starting to see, every now and then I see a white guy do it. But he be a little upper class white guy. Clean, with his golf shirt on and shit. But they be out in the median on the cell phone looking at the ground. I can't make this shit up. I've been seeing this shit 10 years. I first started seeing it in Texas. See, Texas ain't got cameras like Florida. But once you get outside of Florida, you can't help but see it. It's like they throw it out the window and then they tell the other person which mile marker and what landmark they threw it at. And the motherfucker literally pulled their car over with their four-ways on and start walking back and forth in the grass looking at the ground while they on the cell phone. I ain't telling you no lie. And I'm like, damn, how am I the only one to see this? I've been seeing this shit 10 years non-stop. They can't do it in Florida because Florida got cameras like every quarter mile. But did you see that? Protection. Lie low. The truth gonna come out. Listen. Be mindful. I'm gonna give you the last scenario. You could be walking down the street. Or you could be on the subway and you could think you lost a person. That entity can jump in that innocent female right there. Did you hear me? That entity could jump in that dog, that child. We have a lot of empty cedars on this planet. More than you can account for. There's no way. Do you know what type of technology a person would have to be tracking my cell phone, tracking the vehicle I'm in? They're not tracking none of that. They're using an entity. How the fuck she know what truck behind her? You think the drone or the helicopter or whoever dispatching and they going back and forth and say, right there, right there, right there. Oh, okay. It's more advanced than that. You ain't never met a person that switched on and switched off and then they act like they couldn't follow what you were saying. Now, sometimes I be talking on a level nobody understand, but some simple shit you supposed to be able to follow. I see it all the time. I watch my friend eyes slit and slit. And I kept looking at her. I said, bitch. Oh, bitch, you going through some shit. I said, I just watched your eyes shapeshift right in front of me. Several times. And she just laughed like, girl, what you talking about? No, bitch. I seen that shit. Her shit slid. It went from a circle to a slit. And flip back. And flip back. What else, Spirit? I think that's the only card we need. Rewards. You are chasing in on all the good work you've done. No, you're cashing in. I'm sorry. I said chasing in. You are cashing in on all the good work you've done. Raises, bonuses, and prosperity are coming in. Keep going and keep growing. Okay? I feel like I have put a lot of work in to be on this planet. But at the same time, let me tell you something. You can encounter rich people, wealthy people, but they still clueless. They wouldn't expect a person like me to understand anything. Like these people around here, filthy rich and clueless. They're the first. They're on the front line. Remember, they only want 500,000 people on the planet. So who they gonna get rid of? All the useless eaters. The useless eaters are not the working class. The useless eaters are the ones that are just rich and don't have no benefit. They're not a part of the club, or they're disposable and part of the club. Straight up. If you want to downsize the planet to 500,000, think about it. It's a lot more going than the working class. Because look, the working class is what you need. Who gonna clean the toilets? Who gonna build the bridges? Who gonna fix something? Who gonna go in the sewer? Who gonna drive? Who gonna do anything? You think they're just gonna have a bunch of pen pushing motherfuckers sitting around on this planet? No. 80%, 85% of the people are disposable. A pen pusher ain't gonna bring no food to the table. Or you think AI gonna do it? A robot gonna do it? They're already written that they gonna knock the sun out anyway. Think about it. That shadow make my head look like a cone head back up. Anything else, Spirit? Flashbacks. Some type of surveillance. Some type of cameras. People from the past return. You may work with previous co-workers or take back an old job. You get a second chance. I bet. I'm going to tell you right now. The last job I had, my bonuses were $1,000 a quarter. I go in there. I swear I'm not doing good. I'm asking the white boys, I think, lead drivers. I know you did better than me. I ain't even sweating it. I just know I'm getting the short end of the stick. They said, "No, Sky, you the top driver." Nobody got over $500 on their bonus. Do you know how many miles you got to do to get a $1,000 bonus in 3 months? They literally said to me, "Sky, why did you take that load? I sent you the photos and you still took it. You a male, I'm a female. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it done regardless." Period. These cards are really stuck together. Like, what the fuck? Unfolding. Somebody's blossoming. Access to greater prosperity is opening up for you slowly. You are growing as you learn more and keep expanding. Great match. I ain't never seen this before. Great match. You are on the verge of finding the perfect work for you. Don't give up. You may need to grow your own business to be truly happy. I already did that. Let me tell you something. I don't even like to say snakes in the garden because I love snakes. I don't care if they got fangs, venom. I don't care if they'll snake you and bite you. That ain't got nothing to do with it. That's their nature. But when you got humanoids walk around that look like you, resemble you, and that's their motherfucking nature, you better watch the fuck out. Ups and downs. Your work has potential for both advancement and stagnation. See if there's hope, but allow yourself to move on if needed. Of course. So, your life may be stagnant, but if you got the opportunity to move, make moves, make moves. Okay? Make moves, try something else. Don't put yourself in a bind, but if you got the opportunity to move on and collect a check or do something else, do it. If you need to take a 6-month break, do it. And that one about great match, you about to come up with an opportunity, something's about to work for you. You're probably better off with your own business. You just don't feel like the investment or the leadership or the marketing. You are the marketing. Your being is the marketing. Any final words, Spirit? I can't make this shit up. Let me tell you something. I already knew what was about to go down. When that first white car in the left lane, and then this white car just jump out the blue like she about to run into me. And I'm like, but you got all this room, ain't nobody in front of us. What would make you jump over so fast? Miles go by, miles go by. The same scenario happened again. White car pull up, far left lane, slows down. Another car, whoosh, come all the way over like they about to run into me. I'm thinking they about to get off the exit. I'm making sure I'm prepared because I already know what the deal is, right? Black car, slow up, come on up. I ain't got no light on. The screen can't see who I am. All that shit dark. They passed by me. They gone down the highway. I done forgot about them, but I paid attention to the tires in the car, okay? These are cars you've been seeing around and you're like, nah, I don't want nothing like that. You know what I mean? Even back in the day, they still making the same body shape. So I'm traveling up the road, done passed by 2 lanes blocked and everything. Done hauling ass, still hauling ass. Finally, see a car slowing down in the middle lane, up the road. I already know what's about to happen. This bitch slows down until I could pass her and start hitting that high beam. Boom, 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 boom. I'm looking at the helicopter in the sky. And I'm like, the helicopter don't need you. And you don't need the helicopter. So what the big front is? What the fuck are y'all doing? I'm telling you what they doing. They're telling you you can't run, you can't hide. Pay attention. But see what they fail to realize, nobody's running and nobody's hiding. But there's an entity for your ass. And you worried about it. Because if you weren't worried about it and nobody was a motherfucking threat, you would be finding something else to do. Go somewhere and count them dollars. Oh, you ain't getting no dollars because the entity jumping in you and you don't even know the fuck you was following somebody. Do you know how many motherfucking regular Caucasians be riding down the road? Then all of a sudden they put them on a mission And they following. By the time you go out about 30 miles, they turn the person off the road, and the person like, damn, how did I get here? I'm not playing with you. We already know what this is. We already know what this is. Ending. You may leave a position or be terminated. However, there's always a new opportunity ahead. You may change careers entirely. A lot of people don't talk about stuff like this. But this is like, I'm not going to say this is a skull and bone initiation, but this is what we dealing with. You got people that got to go do sorcery after manipulation after manipulation, and they not even it. They're just conjuring up to other beings that may show up around or may not, or never appear at all, right? It just made me think about that Stacey Abrams in Georgia that ran. How her website had it. Pacific Island families, Spanish families, Asian families. And then when it came down to black people, it was black women and black men. And when you went to the page to look at the families, it would be a woman with her child. And at the back it had 322 as the address. I said, how do they not see it? How do they not see it? I'm dealing with some heavy shit. What about you? When they say you might not want to see everything, you might not want to know everything, you might not want to pay attention to everything. This why. Organized crime. Organized. Been around a long time. That part. I didn't even know that card was in the deck. I barely use these, but I'm trying to start, or rarely use them. I'm trying to start. Looking. It's okay to look for better work. Be discreet in your... Oh, these are, career cards. But still pay attention. It's okay to look for better work. Be discreet in your search. Be discreet in your search. You need to be aligned with your life purpose to be fully satisfied. Journey. You may move to a new place for work or travel for work. Exploring the world gives you experience you need to succeed. Don't none of this shit matter but this one. Protection. You are being protected from deceit and from situations that no longer serve you. Lie low for a while. Now, why would a career card say that? Lie low for a while and you will be shown the truth. I can't make this shit up. And let me tell you something. Even the spiritual workers online, the tarot readers, I could pick them out. I know the vampires. I know the ones that got the entities in them. I know the ones who've done drugs or who have enhanced their mentality. And they probably say, I ain't never did no hardcore drugs. You ain't got to do no hardcore drugs. You done did something to bring that motherfucking brain to the loony side. But it ain't that it's loony, it's a little skittish, but the truth. And you have to take the information the way it's coming in. Because we're not perfect. we've been tampered with, right? And I'm observing and I see it. You could tell the ones that come from the muck. You could tell the ones who they already training to be rich and famous, but then they're gonna be in too deep. Everything going good, everything going smooth. I'm doing everything I need to do. And then all of a sudden a dry spell gonna hit, a drought gonna hit. And then all of a sudden they gonna be at their beck and call. They gonna be doing magic that you wouldn't have never thought would possess this person to do. Anything else, spirit? I've seen it. I watched one guy, he went in all spiritual and everything. I would say within 6 months to 8 months, he had a full entity in him. Moving up. Didn't I tell you they moving up? But they ain't taking their soul with them. You are increasing your power and status. You may get a promotion or move to a better home or office. You climb the ladder of success. Ain't nobody moving me. I move myself. Ain't nobody state. Let me tell you something. They just moved 5 Caucasian families in my neighborhood surrounding me. You can't make this shit up. You are increasing your power and status. You may get a promotion or move to a better home or office and climb the ladder of success. The same way they could grant you that shit, the same way they could take that shit from you. It ain't yours. You didn't create it. I ain't never know that card was in there either, but that was too many cards. Spirit, anything else? Let me shuffle one time. I chit chat, I talk, but they've worked very hard not to allow me to be seen. I could get on there with dirty draws, a booger in my nose. Only one person used, I don't know what they did. I was meditating by the St. Johns River, and I wear my pants up high. I had on a gray shirt and some striped white and gray pants. Somebody snatched my pants off of my thing and put them on some Caucasian guy and made a funny skit. It didn't even last long. Listen, you remember, you could blow up from popularity from being right or being funny or being disgusting or whatever. They don't want me to have no audience. None. They want me to be in a drought so bad, I go begging on my knees, pleading. They just want me to be their slave. They don't want nobody to know who I am. That's another thing. When they don't want nobody to know who you are, they got a doppelganger, they got a replacer, they got a clone, they got something where they got to keep you in the shadows so that the new person can emerge without any conflict or contradiction. They've learned that. They've learned that. Anything else, Spirit? It came out anyway, y'all. Dang. I ain't know this card was in there. I literally tucked this card back in there and it came out. Real passion. I probably, y'all will know it from the past. I don't know. Stop wasting time in dead-end jobs and find your true passion. It's fine to experiment, but don't settle for less than you truly deserve. Of course. I remember when that guy from Hollywood came out there. He had He had a black woman with him that looked like Oprah friend, Gail. She had on a pleated skirt, like from the Brady Bunch or some shit. And he came out there and he said, "How you doing? You got any talents?" I'll never forget, he had a purple tie on and he looked like Clyde Davis' doppelganger. But he was younger, cheekier, had fatter cheeks. You could tell he was clever, but lazy. And I said, "I'm fine. I'm just out here making money." He was like, "How much money you make a day?" I said, "About $300 and some dollars. Sometimes that's on a slow day." He was like, "But you can make way more money." And I'm thinking about, I'm adding up the gigs. These people, you know, people fighting with Tyler Perry about only making $50,000. So if I can make $300 a day, and they only could do one gig to make $50,000 in 4 or 5 years, like, what possibly could you do for me? And I looked at him and I looked at her like, I could be her job. I don't need no talent. I could do her job. That's the way I looked at him, like, whatever brought her out here with you, that's my job right there. I don't need to be on the big screen. Limitations. Obstacles are not what they seem. You can get around them with some careful thought or simply choose something better for you. Besides me with my own business, there's nothing better. A nurse ain't doing that. Like, I literally have to go back to school. I would literally have to go back to school and get more skills. And we're not about to do that right now. So, I hope this was able to help somebody, okay? Me deciphering me at the same time, collective reading. Pay attention to these entities. Once you start to see, they'll let you know you see. They'll let you know you see. I done seen people pass away and they jump into their relatives real fast. They jump them real fast. Anything else, Spirit? And then your dreams and stuff, your thoughts, everything going, you just think of something, they just advertise it to you. Ooh. Fast changes. Magic. Wisdom. Star power. And reflection. Yeah, they done dried out, y'all. They done dried out. They done dried out. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. And the entity that's probably feeding off you, like literally feeding off of your essence, they fucked up. They're fucked up. They fucked up, y'all. It's so many motherfuckers that's trying to get you somewhere. So many motherfuckers trying to get you somewhere. Now, how did that flip? Hold on. Dang. I know you lying. Okay, there you go. It came out again. Ending. I don't fear none of it. Listen. When you become the center of attention, pay attention. You done fuck with they fucking falling dominoes. I already did what I need to do. I already phoned home. I cannot make this shit up. Seal Beach video. I cannot make it up. Once I opened that portal up, my car got broken into. My car got totaled out. They stole my camera, cell phone, battery, shit like that. This ain't no joke. This real deal Holyfield. We in the Matrix. Some of us have the opportunity to be outside the world. You may leave a position or be terminated. However, there's always a new opportunity ahead. You may change careers entirely. Don't you know when they find out a person could see, like they got all those healing videos where a person is healing. They could just put their hands on them, but they take on the person, trauma, pain, disease, all of that, right? And it shows how once they find out their supernatural power is healing, somebody kidnap them and keep them under medication and dope or chained up and just pimp them out for their healing powers and don't let them be free. Same goes with a seer. A seer goes through the same issue. If they willing to take out judges the same way they did whatever that judge was up there, Rashida, no, damn. I used to remember, I wanted to say Rashida Abdul, I don't know. But she was the supreme judge up there in New York, and they found her in the Hudson River. And she had just married a guy from across seas. And they wasn't having it. They probably arranged her marriage or told her not to marry this guy, and she still married him. So that means you got some outsider from another country that y'all got the same name, but they was like, nah, that she in too deep to bring outsiders in like that. Yeah. Every time I see Hudson River, all I do is think about her. They just took her out. She was in too high of a position. She knew too much to be marrying foreigners that they didn't arrange. Woo! You can't make this shit up. Power position. Huh. Illumination. Can't make this shit up. You are being promoted or called to lead. Time to step into your sovereignty and guide others with compassion. You can't make this shit up. Something hidden is coming to light now. You find out about new jobs, opportunities, and options. Someone lends you a helping hand. We'll see about that. I don't need no tethers, no ties. I even explained to the universe, to the cosmos, to creator, to source, to guidance, everything, my oversoul. If I can't do this shit by myself, at least a fraction, 10% of it, what I desire. And I literally got to go through gatekeepers and helping hands. It's time to go. It's time to go. This shit is too rigged. It's too rigged. I'm gonna leave it there. It's not my game. I'm not willing to play it. I'm not willing to play it. Imagine that. You got all this shit around you, all this beauty, all this Amazon, all this motherfucking jungle. And this all we doing? Talking to a fucking screen, scrolling on a screen, waiting for them to monitor you and control you. We shouldn't be paying for internet, cell phones, or nothing, because all they doing is imprisoning you. All they doing is utilizing this shit as a tool to spy on you. I could complain, but let me tell you something, baby. It's too late for me to have a companion. It's too late for me to have love. All that shit is done. Anything that come now is a full-fledged agent. They ain't for me. Period. So that we have a beautiful beings, unearth the magic. The truth will definitely set you free.